almost lost part of my intestines. I'll explain why we have to pay $1,000 a month versus our normal
$200 a month. And then imagine we're paying so much for them to still cancel on us.
Why do we have to keep dealing with so many issues of insurance?
Afternoon, everybody! For today's vlog, we are on our way to Paul's Infusion. This is going to be a vlog all about Paul, his Crohn's, and updating you guys. We have been so busy with the baby, with Paul's health. As you guys saw, you know, he's been recovering from his appendix. He literally definitely hit an episode pretty badly these past couple of months, and we're gonna talk about it. Once again, guys, we have been super busy that it has not been easy to pick up the camera and record and update you guys, but we're gonna do it now, so be prepared because there's so much. We're gonna talk about insurance, we're gonna talk about treatments, we're gonna see where he's at now, because guess what, he's on a new infusion treatment.
What? Whatever works for Laura.
Well, it wasn't working. Yeah, that so much has happened, so let's get this going. We're late, we gotta get going now. Very vocal today. We are right now dropping her off at her grandparents' house. Right?
For obvious reasons, we don't want to bring her to the infusion center. One thing, there isn't like necessarily a lot of room to have her there with like the stroller and everything. And I just don't want her sitting there for the hour, 2 hours, whatever we have to be there for, and just sit there like you can feel the COVID moving around.
Yeah.
If you roll your windows down, you can hear the COVID screaming around you.
Yes. So people who think we're being extra, we're not being extra. We're being very precautious and safe with our little baby's health. So we're dropping her off at her abuelita's house right now. Alrighty, so we just dropped off our little princess, and now we're ready for the updates. Paul, commence.
So,
take a seat. We just letting you know.
This is a lot. Once again, our Patreons know everything that's been going on. They have been up to date on all our challenges.
And misfortunes, per se.
Yes, so now it's time to update you guys on this.
So, long story short, I'm gonna give you a little recap. When baby Sushi was born, back in August, everything changed with our insurance, obviously, because a new member of the family has been added.
Yay.
Now, typically, when you have a child, they are added to the mother's insurance for a time period of 30 days in order to give you the time to get it handled and get the baby their own insurance, which it can be either through like Obamacare or the health insurance marketplace, which is the term, or private insurance through your job, or Medicaid if that's what you qualify for. Now, us, for some reason, once again, they said, hey, you qualify for Medicaid. No problem. I know I don't, because I just don't with our income and everything. I was like, I know we don't qualify for Medicaid, but I was like, that's fine. For right now, for 30 days, the baby's going to be under Janice's insurance, and we can have that figured out. There's no problem. Yeah, they wanted to bill us the entire hospital stay, because guess what? At the day before the baby was born, in the middle of the night, the midnight before, our insurance was canceled.
What a weird coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was canceled for that day, like retroactive back to that date after the baby was born. They did that on purpose. And their reasoning was, oh, well, since you qualify for Medicaid, yeah, you're just don't get insurance coverage for us. Go through Medicaid and they'll retroactive back your coverage. Now, when I contacted Medicaid, they said they don't do that typically, because you'll have 30 days on the mom's plan, and then after, that's when the new Medicaid plan would kick in. And yeah, Florida Blue refused to change or acknowledge that in any way, shape, or form. So the day before the baby was born, guess what happened? insurance.
And that wasn't okay, because imagine me and Paul paid for the whole entire month of August.
Yep.
So for them to just
cancel it.
And pretty much
they owed us money.
Yeah, and they pretty much told us to suck it and deal with it.
So what happened after that? And I found this out, obviously, when we were leaving the hospital. I was like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. What do you mean our insurance is canceled? Like, that makes no sense. I was like, you know what, just bill us and we'll figure it out. Maybe there's something going on, whatever.
Yeah.
The next day we got home, everything, you know, unpacking, getting settled with the baby, and I had some downtime, and I was like, all right, let me call. And they told me, yeah, your coverage was canceled the day before the baby was born.
I was like, why?
Now, when I called, their original excuse was, oh, well, it shows here that you or your wife called and canceled the plan.
Did you call?
I did not.
I don't think I called. I was in labor. Like, I was not in the mood.
You know who could have? Orion. He's such a good boy.
And they said on the 24th someone called and canceled. I was dealing with contractions. Like, that wasn't happening. Like,
I was dealing with her.
Like, who would have called? So
that was initially the first excuse they gave. Now, after doing a little bit of digging, and oh, trust me, I wrote down all these the names of the representatives, because I was like, somebody here is lying. I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to get somebody in trouble, but I was like, I am not going to be at the mercy of these people just cause. So finally, after digging through with another supervisor, they go, okay, I finally see the plan was canceled because they said you qualified for Medicaid, this, that, the other, and that's why. And again, then I went back into the ordeal of why would they tell me that I canceled them? Where would they get that information? What ended up happening is that I had to then apply for Medicaid, and not only apply for Medicaid, I had to go down to the local Medicaid office in person, because when I tried submitting the application online, it would not go. It said incomplete. And I submitted everything. I was like, this is horrendous. So I had to go down in person. I was there for like an hour and a half waiting. And imagine COVID. I have my two masks on. I'm in the huddle in the corner by myself, like over here, like stay away from me. Not a big deal. And I finally got to sit down and talk to one of the representatives. And they said, okay, yeah, I see here you were.
Oh my God, guys, look at this truck is just dropping like beads of stuff. I was like, nope, we gotta get, look at that, like, what was that, rocks?
Yes.
It looks so round and perfect.
Well, you know, when a rock's flying at you at 70 miles an hour, it's gonna look pretty round.
Oh yeah, that's, shut up. So that was the ordeal with the insurance. I was mainly frustrated just because, imagine, me and Paul, we've said it in our previous vlogs, paid about almost $1,000 a month for our insurance plan. If you guys want to see our previous vlog, definitely check that out.
I'll explain why we have to pay $1,000 a month versus our normal $200 a month.
Yeah, and then imagine we're paying so much for them to still cancel on us.
What?
Once the lady told me that the plan was actually denied, but they had not sent me the denial letter just yet. So I was like, perfect. I'm denied, which I knew I was going to. I can then go back to the marketplace, form the marketplace, and then they will just reinstate our plan with the subsidy that we get, and there you go. No harm, no foul. So, but this took weeks to get this done, multiple phone calls, down to me having to go in person to the office, because when you try calling Medicaid on the phone, they ain't gonna answer. Never in your damn life will they answer. That was a huge worry. Imagine we have a 3-week-old at home now, and we're trying to do so many things at once. I have to leave my wife and child by themselves or with my mom. Like, I have to go out. I want her to be there with them, and yeah, that sucked.
So that's what has been going on with our insurance issues. Now you may be wondering, what does that have to do with Paul's Crohn's? Well, that was like another way we found out, because he needed his treatment, his Stelara treatment, and they're like,
we can't send it to you, you don't have insurance.
And Paul was like due already, like right there and then, and they're like, maybe in a week or two we'll get on this. And I mean, it was like, I think a 4-week ordeal. The
insurance was typically under my name because I'm the one who works. I'm the head of household for like tax purposes, whatever. And the insurance has always been under my name. There's not a preference. It doesn't matter. No price change or anything like that. It's always been that way. So once we got the denial letter from the Medicaid office, went to Obamacare Marketplace to get our new plan. The representative was apparently not listening, because he then signed up the plan under Janice's name. Again, no difference in price. When they put it under Janice's name, the problem is that it's technically a new plan, a new member ID number, a new everything. Because I have my member ID number with Janice and my baby underneath. Janice is a new member ID number, and I'm underneath hers. So what does that mean? Any prior authorization of medication and anything like that has to restart. The doctor's office have to redo it.
Yeah.
So now I had insurance, but I don't have a prior authorization because technically this is a new plan. So I then had to call my doctor's office, let them know what was going on, and then they had to resubmit the prior authorization back to the insurance, get the approval, send that information over to the specialty pharmacy that sends me my medication, and then that company has to contact me, process everything on their end to send me my medication. You see how many steps this is, and I'm already overdue by like a week for my medication.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling like death.
Yeah.
Okay.
And imagine with the newborn, it really took a hit on him. And because of all this, his Crohn's went to another level. So now we are on our way to the infusion. We're about to get in there. We'll take you guys for a little joyride. And we'll talk more about insurance. But honestly, guys, just the insurance aspect is a lot. So there's going to be a part 2 to this. Because then we're going to go a little bit more into depth about Paul's health. Packing up, and look at this one right here, watching my back while Paul's using the bathroom, and he is done with his infusion. Thank God.
And I don't know why I still have my mask on. Woo. Anyways, we are done with my infusion. Janice is driving. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't used to Janice driving at all, but now with the baby, we always take turns sitting in the back with the baby, taking care of them, taking care of her. So
are you trying to say my driving was bad? Shut up!
No, Janice is actually a very, very good driver.
Very cautious driver.
She is, actually. So yeah, we're done with my infusion. Everything went well, thankfully, you know, and we're gonna get into all of my health complications that have come out very recently in a separate vlog, because that in and of itself is a lot. It may be a two-parter as well, but I think we can squeeze it into one, but that's gonna be separate at a later date. So as far as the insurance, like we were mentioning before, like I said, they canceled us, and like I said, we had to do backflips in order to get it going again, and then prior authorization because they switched it from my name to Janice's name. Huge ordeal. But it got done, and ultimately we just look at it and we're just like, why do we have to keep dealing with so many issues of insurance? All these issues back to back to back, year after year. It's always something.
Seriously.
And, you know, last year it went relatively smooth up until like 2 months before the baby was born, and then we got our subsidy lost, and that's when we had to start paying
$1,000 a month.
and then canceled, and then from my name to hers.
Like, but
You can't make this up.
this year's insurance issues were like, we got hit like 3 different times in 3 different ways.
Yeah.
It's like, as if once we got pregnant, insurance decided to be like,
You know what?
you don't need us.
You can't make this up. Like,
No.
genuinely, you really cannot make this up.
And we do get a lot of stupid comments
Yes. Stupid comments.
saying how insurance is doing it on purpose because we don't deserve it.
Yeah,
If you are
we've been told
paying
that.
a certain amount of money
For a
like,
service or something or an item.
you would think they
deserve
would
it.
want the money. Like, those types of comments are just ridiculous to me.
All in all, everything has been going extremely well after the baby was born. Once we got everything situated and everything under control, everything went very, very well. And most importantly, the baby's covered. She has been able to go to all of her pediatric appointments. Janice is covered. I'm covered. I am getting my medication treatment infusion. I was stabbed. I got stabbed twice today as well. So guys, that is gonna be it for today's vlog and adventure. We are on our way right now back to grandma's house, my mom's house, to go pick up the baby. We are then going to cuddle her, give her lots of loving kisses, because it's only been a couple hours, but we miss her dearly.
I miss her so much.
But guys, that is gonna be it for today's episode. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We truly, truly appreciate it. We want to spread as much awareness as humanly possible. Like we said before, in another vlog, we're going to cover everything in regards to me and my health. A little bit of a teaser and a spoiler. I almost lost part of my intestines.
This damn close to it.
So we're gonna get into some details of that in another vlog.
Alrighty guys, so this is where we ended. Stay tuned for our next vlog because we know you guys are going to be interested in that. So for now, adieu and goodbye. Till next time. So guys, funny little side note. Go ahead, Paul. Explain it to the viewers.
So the profile here is this. So this you can say, Janice, what would you like to do? This is the healthcare website, and what this does is this is where we get our health insurance from. Now, when I called to make the 2022 plan, because with the baby, there was complications of Medicaid and this, that, the other, whatever. They, for some reason, and I mentioned this before, put it under my name as the primary. I didn't mind, I don't care, because there was a whole other issue of Florida Blue charging me thousands of dollars. As long as I don't have to pay for it and it's under my name, I don't have a problem with that. Cool. Our ID cards say my name. All of the correspondence comes to my name as if I'm the primary. Now, healthcare.gov is asking for the baby's birth certificate to prove her citizenship as required documents to continue having coverage. Cool, no problem. I log onto my profile and it doesn't show a 2022 application. I started freaking out. I was like, ugh, did they cancel it already? But it would still show up there as like canceled or expired or whatever. I log on to Janice's profile. 2022 application. Status complete. The government thinks Janice is the primary, but then the insurance thinks that I'm the primary. And yeah, you can't make this shit up.